In May 2025, Pakistan's defeat in South Asia not only badly affected India's strong position in the world, but also severely damaged its reputation on a global level. India, which has always been proud of its latest weapons, military power, and international embassies, now seems to be lying on the ground after its defeat. All over the world, India's military wisdom, advanced military technology, and defense capabilities are being questioned, and there is such a big gap in its foundation that it cannot be mentioned with respect as before. A scene in which a strong building suddenly fell, and its foundations shook, and its doubts were heard all over the world. Pakistan's success defamed India on a global level, exposed its military power and weakness in wisdom, and has hit its international status so hard that India itself has been forced to face the fact that the existing policies have pushed it not only into the battlefield, but also into decline on the diplomatic and economic front. Global powers have begun to reevaluate India's capabilities, and its impact has also been felt on its global reputation, where it was already seen as a strong and global power. Now, it has emerged as a country whose position has become so weak that even its allies have begun to ignore it. It was a moment when India had to account for all its claims, its defense promises, and its global influence. And when it came to the forefront, it had only the bitter reality of defeat in its hands. Now, India has faced a new reality, and the question for it is whether it will be able to stand on its feet again, or this defeat will prove to be the beginning of a long decline for it. Peace be upon you all. I am Yasir Rashid, and you are watching 92 Digital. Viewers, Pakistan Navy's silent guy, and Air Vice Marshal Aurangzeb Ahmed's full confidence, which was accepted on social media, has revealed a reality that has become a tough test for India. When Pakistan openly demonstrated its defense capabilities on the global stage, India faced a new message of silence. India, which has always tried to humiliate Pakistan on the global stage, has now become a question mark in front of its own people and the world. India's fake maps, imaginary ports, and baseless attacks are a testament to the fact that India has made a grave mistake in understanding its defense system's true capabilities. When its analysts are unable to prove the truth of their own statements and claims, it unmasks India's weakness on the global stage. After that, when Israeli defense experts saw the defeat at the hands of Pakistan by Rafale, a reality has emerged for them that on the global stage, India is deprived of the ability to effectively use its defense weapons. Israel has always been proud of its weapons, but when those weapons are faced with Pakistan's new technology, they are forced to accept its reality. The debate between Israeli experts indicates that India has gained new defense weapons, but it has lost its strength due to lack of experience in using them. Similarly, India was given the S-400 defense system by Russia, which was widely discussed. But when that system was confronted by the Pakistani missiles, the defense experts of Russia immediately began to look at their defense agreements with India. This makes it clear that Russia has also realized that India is inexperienced in using these new weapons, which is not only affecting the efficiency of those weapons, but has also damaged Russia's reputation on the global stage. The Israeli drones fell. Russia's defense system was destroyed in India. France's Rafale missiles fell. That is, not only India, but 3 countries faced the defeat. The American forces were left behind. Now, the security establishment of the United States has raised questions about India's defense capabilities. The American Pentagon is under the impression that India does not have the ability to effectively use sophisticated weapons such as the F-35. Therefore, the United States has secretly separated India from this program so that the international weapons market can protect itself. All this presents a clear picture in which Pakistan has not only advanced on the battlefield, but has also advanced a lot in the global landscape. Pakistan used the most successful weapons on its defensive front, which increased its strength on the global stage. And in contrast, India's global position continued to weaken. India's rapid purchase of weapons proved to be a demonstration of its defense capabilities, and the loss of the ability to effectively use those weapons has become a huge loss for India. There is no doubt that Pakistan has proven its superiority on the global stage in its defense field. While India's position on the global stage has continued to weaken, India's failure in its defense strategy and its decline in the global community have shown that no one wants to look at India for defense trade. Defense agreements, which were once a dream for India, are now just a fantasy. The international powers have been forced to accept the fact that India does not have the skill to operate weapons, nor does it have the ability to successfully implement its defense strategy on the global stage. And the rise of Pakistan's superiority has become a serious challenge for India's defense plans, and it became clear that India's defense system on the global stage is no longer attractive to anyone. Similarly, if I give an example of a historical event that took place during the Second World War, especially with reference to Japan, the impact of Japan's military wisdom and its military power on the global stage had changed so much that the world's opinion had suddenly changed. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941, as a result of which the United States declared war on Japan. That attack changed Japan's global position completely. Before that, Japan was successful in making itself recognized as a global power, especially in Asia, where it was the largest military power in the world. But after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the world's opinion about Japan's wisdom and its military capabilities changed. The United States and the Allied forces launched decisive operations against Japan, and until the end of the war, Japan's military power was completely destroyed. Japan not only lost its imperial power, but also lost its global credibility. And this scenario reveals the fact that the global status of any country can change completely. India was proud to be the shield of this region. It attacked, and Pakistan attacked again and changed its global status. When military wisdom fails, the bridge of power opens. Japan's role in the world was an example of how global powers can change their opinion about a country by reviewing its capabilities. Just as the world's opinion about India is changing today, after World War II, Japan's global position changed in a moment. And it was not only a military defeat for Japan, but also a devastating blow to its global reputation and public confidence. During the war, Japan suddenly revealed its military power against its opponents, and it had a different impact on its internal and global level. Its global status was extremely powerful before the war. It was a strong power in Asia, and it was a strong power for the world because of its military power, modern weapons, and economic power. Its influence had increased to such an extent that many countries were afraid of it, and they wanted to make an agreement with it. But in 1945, Japan's defeat changed its power completely. The US-led Allied forces completely defeated Japan, and after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the secret of its military wisdom was revealed. After that, Japan's opinion about the world changed. The previous respect for it was over. A powerful and terrifying military power had become a defeated nation. After Japan's defeat, a deep disappointment was found on the public level. The effects of the war not only had a physical, but also a mental impact on the Japanese people. After Japan's defeat, its national identity was completely changed. The former government claimed that Japan was a victorious country. It proved to be the opposite of reality. Its military wisdom and its power faced the defeat of the public. It was a time when public morale was down, and the economic, political, and social conditions of the country worsened. The effects of that defeat raised questions about its culture and its future. Its defeat changed its national identity. It was a time of pride and self-determination. But then it turned into disappointment, shame, and regret. It was a new challenge. Its power and strength were praised on the public level. And after being defeated and helpless, it seemed to have psychological effects. Then all things changed. The world position changed. The role in world decisions changed. It was seen as a defeated nation. It changed its attitude and wisdom to gain a place in the international community. It made economic development its top priority. This not only made Japan's economy prosperous, but it presented itself as a secure and responsible country on the global level, not as a colony. This is the most important question. Will India lose its position on the global level like Japan? Will it bring such a big change in its defense capabilities and wisdom? Will it bring such a big change in its defense capabilities and wisdom? We will get the answer to this question with time. But the lesson from Japan's point of view is that global opinions and statements are not only linked to military power, but also to wisdom, insight, and experience. India's defeat has raised questions about its position. As a result, India needs to reform its military wisdom and culture. India's internal politics has had a great impact. People are questioning the government's failure. There will be more division and protest in the country. This situation will also affect the global status. India will have to take serious steps to resolve its internal problems and regain the trust of the people. There will be an increase in defense spending. What will be the result? The economy will be weak. There will be a need to resolve economic problems and re-establish its economy on the global level. If India's position is affected, it will be a target of criticism. Therefore, to restore India's position on the global level, we have to think about the extent to which we have to highlight the impact of the economy, and to what extent we have to restore our capabilities. I take your leave. God is the preserver.